All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Newton. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Newton, stepping up, he'll try and run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Handoff comes to Chubb. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And Ingram holds it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Hey. From the gun, here's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes. On second down, here's Taylor. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Herrera. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Taylor. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Hey.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Third and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Cook. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Third and 2, now Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go with Chubb on second down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Newton on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now he'll escape to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
A run for Nick Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Back to throw, Newton. The quick slant caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Slow.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They run the counter with Cook. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored...
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Slow.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. On 1st down, Newton escaping the pressure right. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 34. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Final play of the half, it's Taylor. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Under.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Newton on first down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw is Newton. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55.
Ready. 319. 319. Slow.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Taylor. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Slow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound like it's a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. A give. This is Cook. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Slow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. This is caught, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Newton now on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hines. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw on second down is Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down. Out of the gun, Newton. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground, able to slither by. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On second down, Taylor. Out to, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. It's caught. Nelson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Taylor now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
We got three, fellas.
Getting the ball is Cook, running left. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Watch 85, ball's going 85. Watch 85.
Now it's Taylor. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Here's Taylor. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Taylor now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On the ground, it's Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Taylor to throw. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. picked by Kevin Byard. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Steelers, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You